Now we can discuss about a one-to-one relation. For that I am using our user address class and user class. Basically one user has one address which will define our one-to-one relation. Similarly one user have many bank account, so this class bank account will have a one-to-many relation with the user. So first we are going to discuss with the user and the user address class. For that we need to add some more properties in our classes, so we can get started. First one, I'm going to copy this two. So we can come to our user address and here I am pasting it. As you can see, this is the foreign key we are trying to set, and I am going to add one more navigational property under here, which is user. These two properties are I have defined under user address. Now we have to set one property in our user class also. So for that I am using this one. Okay. So inside user we have one relation user address. So this will do. Convention. This is called a convention method. When the time we are setting a navigational property, the entity framework will automatically understand that it is an one-to-one relation. But we have one more method to do that, which is Fluent API method. So to do that, we can go to our DB context file. We can come under on model creating. Here we can define our relations. As you can see, I have created a user object with the help of model builder. So this is the model builder I am using, entity, I am using user and user address. Now we can define our relation using Fluent API. So whatever the thing we are writing over here, which is another method, which is Fluent API method. Okay. So basically Fluent API methods have much more advantage than the old convention method. We can add more properties, we can do more operation using Fluent API. Now we can start. First we can start with the user. So user, we are going to set a primary key first. For that we have a function which is has key. Okay, has key. This ID will be our primary key. Inside user, the ID will be our primary key. Now we can modify any other property inside the user using same method. Like we can get all properties using properties. Now we can change any property according to our need. Like, for example, if we want to set the first name to be required in the user, we can do that. It required. Likewise, we can modify anything. Okay. So this is primary key. This is important. Now this is done. Right. Now we can set our relation in address. Address as a foreign key. Right. So that area we need to discuss. So address has first one, it has a primary key, right? So this is the primary key. We can define any now we can define a foreign key. The foreign key is little bit tricky because we don't have any functions like has key. Directly we can use it to set the foreign key. So we will do in another way. So we can type with address. We can start with address. Address has on a relation, right? Has on user. See, address. This is our address. If we come here, address has on virtual user, right? This user. From here we will go to user class, and from there we will fetch our address, and then we will come back to user ID. This is how it works. Stay with me, I will tell you once again. Okay, so has one x arrow function x dot user, right? So this is a user. This is basically the navigation property. If you press F12 here, you can see that this one. Now it has this has own relation in user address, right? So we can use with on. Another one is address. Like we are getting this address. Now from there we can set our foreign key, like has foreign key. If our class contain multiple foreign key, we have to specify it which one we are using. In our case, we are using user address, and the key will be user ID, right? So this is how we set our foreign key. Okay. Now we can do some operations in the package manager console. If I go to this SQL Explorer and go to our database, you can see I don't have any foreign key in our user address. Just double click for our user address. See, there is no foreign keys set right now. Now we are going to change that. So open your package manager console and add a new migration. Okay, add a hyphen migration. Let me start v2. So it will create our migration files, as you can see here. Migration builder, add column, user ID. They are setting a user ID column here. This is our foreign key. So all things are set. Now we can update our database. Database is updated successfully. Now we can check that. Again, refresh it, and user address, double click. See, the foreign key has been set. Before it was not like that. So this is that. Now we can add our data to the database using our controller. That will be a topic for next video.